Hello everyone. Sire here. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a new box from Love From Lizi's. This is a re-release in March of 2026. It is called the Rise and Shine card kit. This is not the subscription kit that comes every month, but you can get this kit that is a re-release of one that was, I believe, back in 2023. You could have got it as a subscription, but now it is back for single purchase. So I'm going to go through it and see what lays inside. We'll start off with the cardstock here. We have a dark blue. There looks to be some fancy stuff in here. We have a dark blue, a light blue. There's a very fun wavy pearlescent type paper, and it is quite thick actually. I would say it's about 100 pounds. I don't know, but it is thick. We have a piece of pink. We have our white. There is this piece of, I'm not sure what you would call this. This is like a grid fabric, and it has like a tinsel in it, like a very thin tinsel woven through. And it is, let me just zoom out a bit. It is about a little 12 inches, 13 inches by, oh wow, it's pretty big. So it's about 10 by, almost 10 inches, if not by 13, is that? Or 12? Yeah, about 13. That's quite a big piece. I'm actually not sure how you would use that, because I think if you cut it, it's just going to start fraying, so. And then you have a piece of, it's almost like a peach color. So that is the cardstock and some specialty materials. There are some cutaways. They are 12 by 12, but it's been trimmed to fit in the box. And then of course the other side is your pattern paper. But we have lots of fun cutaways. So if you like cutaways, there are lots to choose from. Lots of spring themes. We have flowers and note cards, and basil and blueberries. Those are kind of fun. They look like seed packets almost. Yeah, they have like the seed packet, and then that's the other background that you have. So it's, I believe, probably, is there another back? Oh yeah. So it looks like 3 pieces of 12 by 12, and then it would have been trimmed up so it can fit inside the box. Yeah. You also get your 6x6 pattern paper. And these are, yes, they are double-sided. Really pretty colors, really fun patterns. These have butterflies and tulips. There's that geometric shape again. And it's almost like a watercolor background. Plaid and some raindrops, colorful raindrops. That's really catching. Some chevron or diamonds here. Another watercolor. This one is busy. This one is like a weeds. It's in this pink. This one has some hearts and some words. Bloom, beautiful, and dream. Some little greenery. Umbrellas, stripes. It's lots and lots of colors and all spring themed. Very, very pretty. I'm loving the color palette of this kit. Like I said, this kit is called Rise and Shine. You get your peel-offs, and this is, it looks like a lilac. It's very pretty. It is a matte, the matte color. There's no indicator of what the names are. I was kind of hoping that it would say it, but if you know your codes, it looks like it's 2453. I'm not sure if that means anything. There's also, I'm going to guess it's a sticker sheet. Let me just, yeah, it's a sheet of stickers. So it's like, I'm betting you can die cut that. And we allow you to die cut and have it so it's sticky on the other side. There is a stencil here. Let's take a quick look at this stencil. It is a little square that's measured 4 by 4 inches. And it has like a center here. And it's just going to create a frame of bubbles or circles, however you want to imagine it. So that's kind of fun. There is a stamp set. So definitely going in with the spring themes. We have some rubber boots, the wheelbarrow flowers. We have, looks like someone pulled the bulb right out of the ground of that flower. I'm not sure those are supposed to be daffodils. Kind of facing the wrong way, so it's hard to tell. But little sprigs. We have Hello You, spring wishes, a little packet of seeds, watering can. So lots of fun little images here. You actually get some double-sided tape as well. So not only did you get a sheet, but there's also this double-sided roll here. And this is looking to be 1/8 of an inch, if I were to guess. That's 1/8 of an inch. So that's kind of nice. This is always helpful, having some of these on hand. So yes, please. You can never get enough of that. And then here's something fun. I'm not sure what these are, but they look like pastes of some sort. And this, I'm going to guess, is kind of like a champagne almost. We have a purple. They're all metallic looking. Blue. There's a green and a pink. Now they're not sealed, so I'm not sure if that's the way they're supposed to be. Press and turn. Press and, oh, that's the wrong way. Press and turn. Obviously, I don't know how to open up child-proof locking. Press and turn. Oh my goodness. Press and turn. Does that work? I know. I think it did. Did it? Or I did break it? Press and turn. Oh, I did the keep pressing. Keep pressing and turning? I don't know. It almost looks like Nuvo drops, eh? Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Okay. So let's just squeeze a little bit on here. Ooh! Okay, that went a little faster. It's thick. Yeah. I'm not sure how it dries, but what happens if I smear it? Because I'm thinking the stencil. Ooh, it's like butter. It's so smooth. That's nice. Of course, my finger's really mucked up now to touch anything, so I have to wash my fingers before I touch anything else. But let's get right to the dry section. Let's just keep going until it gets really dry and see how the shine handles. So you can kind of see that the shimmer goes the whole way. So you can, that tells me you can put a pretty thin layer and you'll still get your shimmer. Now you lose the color, but the shimmer's there. So that is this one right here. And the color is bang on. So that tells me that it's, because sometimes I wonder if it's just the color of the bottle, but that tells me that it's not. That's the material right in there. And you get so much of this. That's a lot. So maybe I should play around with that. First, I have to figure out how to open these up without a hassle. But you get 5 of them, and they're beautiful shimmery colors. So that was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. Let me get these over here so we can get them in the camera still. Then you have the grab bag, which is right here. And let's open that up. This box is full of goodies. Like, it is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like you can see my finger still. very shimmery, but it's nice and dry, so we're not getting anything messed up. We have some, I'm going to say they're almost like Post-it notes, except they're not sticky. So they're like the cutaways, and you can just rip them off. They're just a piece of wax or that glue film there, and you just kind of just tear the ones you want. But they're just cutaways. So many of them. And it comes in this little tray, and there's another one over here. And these measure, I'm going to guess, no, I'm going to measure it. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. 2 by 2. I should just trust my instincts. So 2 inches by 2 inches, and these are matching that pattern paper here. So these are more of just background designs, where this one is more cutaways with sentiments. So you get that comes in the little baggie. I'm gonna just pile these things up over here so that I can show you the new stuff. So there's that. There are ribbons. These are always fun to play with. Ooh, black ribbon. It's not usually a color you get. So we have a white. We have this. This is magenta. It's a very purplish red. We have that soft purple. There's a yellow. And I think that white's the same one. It's in there twice. No, I just have it folded over. And then you have a black. And this is definitely black. It's not like a dark blue or anything. It's black. So that's interesting. I never would have expected to get black in this kit, like of a spring kit, but the black and yellow are looking quite nice together. And black does go well with almost everything. Even the black and white's nice. And these two colors. I'd say the one I don't like the one I like the least is the black and this purple. I think it kind of takes away from the nice pastel purple. But the other ones are looking really nice. Okay, so that is the ribbon. And should I try putting this back in the bag? It's going to take a bit. Try to keep organized while I do this. So much content. Okay, so then what we have next is some more glue items. These look like glue dots, so these are like little zots. Yeah, that's pretty sticky. So these would be useful for anything that's a little bit heavier. Usually I do these for anything that's like plastic or maybe glitter, something that the glue just or tape just doesn't seem to adhere right away. You'll use these. So these are always good to have on hand as well, just like the tape and all these other things. We have some rhinestones. These are, I would say, they're on the line of being white with a pearlescent. So gold, rosy, pearlescent. Get your warm colors in there. There is a bag of glitter. So you could take this sticky side tape and make glitter paper if you wanted to. That is an option. I guess you could glitter up some glue dots and have some gluey circles or glittery circles. Or you could just find other purposes with glitter. And you also get this beautiful collection of sequins. Now, these are not black sequins. These look like they're very dark purplish blue. Not, I would say almost like just dark purple, but it has a bit of blue tinge to it. They're not black, so maybe that's why we have the black in there, is to kind of match that. And this would make really nice shaker cards. Very pretty, very elegant spring colors, I would say. Then finally, we have our dies. Now this is an interesting one. Okay, you have 2 tags. They're not nesting per se, but they do fit into each other. They cut out the hole, so you have that. You can stick your ribbon in there if you'd like to. But these ones, these are interesting. It took me a second to notice. These do not cut out the shape except for the butterfly, this heart, and that's it. These other ones cut out pieces. So I would not use these, for example, I wouldn't say I want to cut out this flower, because all it's going to do is cut out those centerpiece and the petals. So these type of things work better for if you have a piece of paper like this one, only because it's right there, and you want this shape cut in that paper. And then maybe behind you have a solid color so that that shines through. So that's what these are like. They will create shapes. I just feel that they are going to be finicky to play with in that sense. This does look like a butterfly antenna, so this is not too bad. You could cut these out. There's 2 outlines, and then there's 4 inside, and then there's 2 antennas, which is actually one piece. So you could create a butterfly, looks like that, but it's still quite a few little small pieces to play with. So that's interesting. I don't really have any dies that are like that, so it'd be fun to play around and see what it's like. But that's everything. This is all the product that you get. I'm going to try to squeeze this all back in film or on camera because it's quite a bit. And the kit is called Rise and Shine. Like I said earlier in the video, it is a re-release. So if you are a subscriber and you've been around from 2023, you may have this already. So if it looks familiar, that is why. But if you don't have it, here's a chance of getting it again, or getting it. And it's released for March. And I'll put that information in the description box down below. But you have a lot of stuff to play with that, you can make so many projects out of this. You have the cardstock, you have the cutaways, you have the pattern paper 6x6, you have the Love From Lizi's peel-offs, that's the straight, you have a sticker sheet, you have the stencil, you have a stamp set, you get a roll of 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape, there's the ribbon, more cutaways and backgrounds, you have the sequins, the glitter, the die set, the glue dots, and then you have all of these pastes that would make really shiny cards. Now this is just that one. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. There is such a nice range. Like if you don't like one thing or another, there's still so much in here that you can play with that will make it a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and stay tuned because I will be creating some cards using this kit to see what I can create. So stay tuned to that. And so until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.